when you bounce, bounce. Leo, US. Throw your hands up and you bounce, bounce. Yeah. B2K. You know I like it when you bounce, bounce. Hello. Throw your hands up and you bounce, bounce. B2K. Yeah. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom. Like what? You know, girl, you're the star of my show. In this club, poppin' bub, the way you shaking, deserving some dubs. Turn around, make it bounce, shake it like you come from out of town. What's your name? What's your sign? Girl, you leaving with me tonight. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom. Turn around, make it bounce, shake it like you come from out of town. Bounce, bounce, yeah. Let's do this again. Come on. Turn around, make it bounce, shake it like you come from out of town. Bounce, bounce, yeah. This one I seen.
Bada boom.
Ass in them jeans. To myself, had to think. Any room for me up in them jeans. Ghetto star, you are. Eat you up like a chocolate bar. What's your name? What's your sign? Goddamn, you got me repeating lines. Let me shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room. And see that big bada bing, bada boom. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room. And see that big bada bing, bada boom. Say la 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 la. B2K. Come on. La 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 la. Say la 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 la. B2K. Come on. You know I like it when you bounce, bounce. Leo, US. Throw your hands up and you bounce, bounce. Yeah. B2K. Come on. You know I like it when you bounce, bounce. Hello. Throw your hands up and you bounce, bounce. B2K. Come on. I want to see you bada bingo, bada boom. And my house got a wing with a lot of rooms. I could do a lot of things, get you hot as shown. I wanna watch your body swing to the hottest tunes. I'm trying to slide behind it when you throw it round, so I can ride and grind it when you slow it down. Bring it from the top, then take it to the bottom. I'm clinging to your top, trying to make it to your bottom. The way you move is fabulosa. It makes me wanna grab you closer. You know I like it when you bounce, bounce. Throw your hands up and you bounce, bounce. I don't back down when I'm pressing you. I'm finna lay the smack down like a wrestler, but nobody get it to poppin' like this man can. Have them girls get it to poppin' on a handstand. Ghetto. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing. Mommy, shake it like you care for me. You know I like it when you do that little dance for me. Mommy, I'm just trying to get you in my room and see that big bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, and we are doing jobs that will be on the line. And it is something that is, we need to sit and think about. Maybe we need to go to studying back again to school and get back to the drawing board and think about what we would like to do, because it is not easy to choose a new career. And definitely, if you are one of the on the list for jobs becoming redundant by 2030, you certainly want to think about another job and trying to get onto another career road. But dispatcher in number 10 is, at the age of Uber and Lyft and things like that, dispatcher roles are becoming more and more redundant and increasingly scarce. Indeed, as popular rideshare apps become more mainstream and not the unusual. People no longer need assistance, booking their journey through a dispatcher, and that is definitely not going to be on the cards soon. And instead, companies are beginning to adopt an automated taxi dispatch system, and that is becoming a more of a norm. And booking software, booking through software is definitely going to eliminate the need for human workforce and somebody to do this job. Plus, all thanks to Google Maps, and people can plan travel routes and discover local transportation services within a few screen taps, and they don't need to necessarily call into dispatcher. And the other, thing that is going to be on the line is lumberjack. So if you are cutting trees down and felling trees, like in South Africa, we call it as more and more paper products become digital. Corporations and governments shift towards a greener and more sustainable environment, most certainly. Lumberjacks are becoming an endangered species, and they are like already a massive amount of research into the development of alternative eco-friendly ways of building materials, as well as talk about the long-term future of human labor being replaced by more sophisticated and advanced technology. And the other job that you will not need anymore is your telemarketer, because most people, apart from telemarketers, of course, will actually be pleased about this, okay, because they at least they wouldn't have those annoying phone calls, throughout the day, and unwanted sales calls, and these weren't being replaced with even more annoying automated sales calls. So many telemarketing companies have adopted this new approach where you would be phoned in by an automated system. I mean, as if the human voice wasn't annoying. Now you've got to face an automated system, and somebody talking to you from a computer from the other end, and that is not really a smile on my face. I promise you. Many telemarketing companies have adopted this new approach, and even if you phone your DSTV, for example, they say press one button and press the number 2 and number 3. I mean, seriously, not that it really is helpful, but I certainly am not. I would just take the option of waiting for a consultant, okay? But that definitely, this new approach, it negates the hiring costs of human labor again, and it can engage potential customers at any time, any day, at nighttime as well, and it doesn't necessarily need human, transfer of information. And whilst the imports of seafood and farm fish are cheaper and increasingly more common, the fisherman's job is actually on the line. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back. And right now, Akon. Chamak chalo.
Girl, you're my chamakachalo. Where you go, girl, I'm gonna follow. What you want, girl, just let me know. You can be my chamakachalo. Shorty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. You know I'll even let you be my chamakachalo. Yes, I said, mara, aja, not you can be higher. I'm ready, hore, aja, pari, da, di, da,
business news coming up soon. Not me. Could have been you, dude. I like this one.
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping. And everybody having a ball.
Bahamin, just in case you're just wondering who's singing this one. I like this version. News time, and it's business tech news on Capital Radio with Ini, and the show's called All Things Considered. And here's 5 things that is happening in South Africa today and that can affect you. The coronavirus global COVID-19 infections have hit 115.76 million confirmed, with the death toll reaching 2.57 million. In South Africa, there have been 1,447 new cases overnight, taking the total reported to 1,516,262, and deaths have reached 50,366, a daily increase of 95 on the average, while recoveries have climbed to 1,434,772 people, leaving the country with a balance of 31,124 active cases. The total number of vaccines administered is 83,570 thus far. As unions continue their fight for wage increases for last year, government says it's simply too late and there is no money to move around the country's budget. Unions have taken the Labour Appeal Court's ruling in favour of government to the Constitutional Court in a bid to get Treasury to fork over billions of rands in back payment. Government reneged on the 3rd year of wage agreements as it moves to a cut of 160 billion rand in spending related to the wage bill. Unions are also demanding a 7% increase for the year ahead. While government has admitted in court documents that there is no legal restrictions on private businesses sourcing COVID-19 vaccines in South Africa, experts say the problem lies with the manufacturers of the said vaccines. Medical aids have been in contact with vaccine manufacturers to try and source doses, but they are currently only doing business with governments, with large orders and millions of doses taking precedent over smaller amounts of private groups that was looking for. A new report raises concerns around government and the SAP's capabilities for digital identification of citizens using a host of databases and stated plans to track the DNA of all South Africans in the future. It brings into question the SAPS's access to civilian databases that rests with the Department of Home Affairs and the potential this has to be abused without any legal or regulatory oversight. As facial recognition comes under fire globally, South African authorities march ahead with vigor. South Africa's information regulator says that any plans by Facebook to share contact details between its platforms goes against the country's privacy laws. Facebook's new policy will allow it to share personal data like contact numbers between its various platforms for business purposes. However, the regulator said that the information collected by WhatsApp cannot be shared without first getting permission from the regulator. Data can only be used for the purpose it was originally collected for, it said. Slowly rising yields are continuing to see some caution in markets. However, the dollar seems to be lagging behind for now. The rand gained yesterday, trading to a high of 14 rand 88 cents to the dollar, but soon reversed the move in the overnight session. Jobless claims from the US are due today, as well as EU retail sales and employment numbers. The rand starts the day a touch weaker at 15 rand 10 cents to the dollar, 18 rand 20 cents to the euro, and 21 rand and 4 cents to the pound. And that was the business news by Capital Radio. And this is Ini. The show's called All Things Considered. Join me every day after 11 o'clock, around 11:30 for business news. And I hope that you're enjoying the music. We will continue with the music now in Dua Lipa and Angela and Viva.
Before you came around, I was doing just fine. Usually, I don't pay no mind. And when it came down, I was looking in your eyes. Suddenly, I could feel it inside. I've got a fever, so can you check? Hand on my forehead, kiss my neck. And when you touch me, baby, I turn red. I've got a fever, so can you check?
Time check 11:32.
tes bras. I've got a fever, so can you check? Hand on my forehead, kiss my neck. And when you touch me, baby, I turn red. I've got a fever, so can you check? Car dans mes yeux, ça se voit. La fièvre dans les yeux, oui, ça se voit. Mon cœur se serre, j'ai du feu dans la voix. Le plus souvent, c'est quand je pense à toi. I've got a fever, can you check? Hand on my forehead, kiss my neck. And when you touch me, baby, I turn red.
And Fire, this was especially for you.
Can you check? Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna.
Fire joins me every day on Mixcloud.
Tell me what you wanna do right now, 'cause I don't really wanna pull it down. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do right now, 'cause I don't really wanna pull it down. Car dans mes yeux, ça se voit. La fièvre dans les yeux, oui, ça se voit. Mon cœur se serre, j'ai du feu dans la voix. Le plus souvent, c'est quand je pense à toi.
You said you want the spotlight, didn't you? Well, we're giving it to you. This is for my friend Bunny.
Are you a man who loves and cherishes and cares for me? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Are you a guard in a prison, maximum security? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Do we stay home all the time? 'Cause you want me to yourself. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Or am I locked away out of fear that I find someone else? Is that you? Is that you? Yeah. Well, I don't like leaving under your spotlight just because you think I might find somebody worth.
We're rocking the party. It's 11:30 gone already. And if you are hungry, oh, sorry, dude. You've just got like about 1.5 hours left.
Maybe if you treat me,
But we're going to fill that space for you with cool music.
you won't have to worry. Is this a relationship fulfilling your needs as well as mine? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Or is this just my sentence? Am I doing time? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? If this is love, real love, then I'm staying no doubt. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? But if All I wanna do is stay right here on the floor.
You can stay right here with me. I don't mind at all. And it's any All Things Considered Capital Radio.
Somebody please just hit the lights. All I wanna do is dance like there's no tomorrow.
Paula Abdul, Dance Like.
In my day, everyone's getting me so fed up. I gotta find a way. I know what can make me feel better. Stepping out in my best, looking hotter than ever. Wherever the party is, that's where I'll be in a second. I'm so ready to move my body. Forget about all my problems. When I hear my song, I'ma lose control. Here I go. Do is stay right here on the floor. Get lost in the night and dance like there's no tomorrow. Don't care about the sunrise. Somebody please just hit the lights. All I wanna do is dance like there's no tomorrow.
Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor.
And we're wrapping up the jobs that are going to become extinct and redundant by 2030.
Music's all in my ear, taking over me.
After this cool music,
Feeling so Hollywood, how I got everybody staring. The eyes of the cameras, and I'm loving all the attention. Yeah, I've got to move my body, forget about all my problems. They play my song, I'ma lose control. Here I go, wanna do is stay right here on the floor. Get lost in the night and dance like there's no tomorrow. Don't care about the sunrise, somebody please just hit the lights. All I wanna do is dance like there's no tomorrow.
Rockin' them on the dance floor. 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 And I ain't gonna stop with no time to quit, 'cause I heard that it gets much better. And I'm here surrounded with all these chicks, and I hope that it lasts forever. But either way, I'ma hold it down, 'cause I'm known as a true high stepper. For the way that Paula got me in my zone, guarantee that I'll never forget her. 'Cause she's my superstar, want her in my fancy car. 'Cause I'm loving how she riding on me. And if she's going too far, then we take it to the bar. And afterwards, we just pack up and leave. Yeah.
All I wanna do is stay right here on the floor. Get lost in the night and dance like there's no tomorrow. Don't care about the sunrise. Somebody please just hit the lights. All I wanna do is dance like there's no tomorrow. All I wanna do is stay right here on the floor. Get lost in the night and dance like there's no tomorrow. Don't care about the sunrise. Somebody please just hit the lights. All I wanna do is dance like there's no tomorrow.
Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor. Rockin' them on the dance floor.
there you go, and rocking the dance floor. And I hope that you guys are jiving away on the other end as well. But we are doing the jobs that are going to become redundant soon. And I hope that you are not facing the chop and you aren't, and your job is not on the list. I do hope that. Sorry for the bad news, but this is something that has been plaguing me for a while, ever since the COVID-19 pandemic started. And, you know, I often think about all the automation and the IT, and, you know, being faced with that on a daily basis and being able to, you know, try and work around things that used to be done manually before. It's something that I always have been questioning. what sort of jobs will be here and what jobs will be not here in about 10 years' time, and decided to go for it. But it's an interesting topic, and fishermen, are definitely going to be facing, the downside, because, the imports of seafood and farmed fish is becoming more and more cheaper and increasingly more common. Both the UK and US have been guilty over, overfishing the waters, and this causes major disruptions within the ecosystem, as you can imagine, and affecting food chains and survival rates of marine life at the same time. The effects of climate change are also having an impact as well on the available stocks of fish, no doubt. And none of this looks good at all for the profession of fishing or fishers, and who are subject, to ever stricter and stricter and stricter rules when it comes to what they can pull out of the water. And even if you would choose to remain in the profession or the career, will be unlikely to escape technology, with research underway into fishing methods and bots that can actually do the job better, far better than humans. So, if you are, deciding to become a fisherman and take life easy, maybe not. Okay, legal secretary. Yeah, in the legal sector, technology has already unbelievable, when I read this and I was like, serious. Okay, technology has already, led to the automation over 30,000 jobs, by the way. That is the statistics. The experts say that. And these include roles such as legal secretaries. More and more, their jobs are being usurped. Further than that, a recent Deloitte report suggested that over 114,000 legal jobs could be automated in the next 2 decades as the industry begins to adopt new technologies that is coming, their way, like cloud computing and artificial intelligence as well. For legal secretaries, this kind of technological disruption, so to speak, could reduce the number of roles that they, see available within the sector significantly, actually, as robotization and digitalization take over their main tasks. And when it comes to assembling toys and assembling things, that too, digitalization, automation seems to have been in the inevitable, usurper and thief of their jobs. And assemblers are mainly responsible for making, commodities such as toys and vehicles and aircrafts, amongst other products. And however, machines and robotics are taking over the assembly processes nowadays, and definitely it's becoming an endangered species of jobs in most industries. And according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, who have done studies, the profession will actually face around 11% of decline by 2028, resulting in probably in the loss of about 203,000 jobs, as much as that. And although the prospects for these jobs might look grim, it's really all not bad news, because in a 2017 report done again by the giant Dell company, it claimed that 85% of the jobs will be available in 2030, will be available in 2030 rather, have not even been invented as yet. So there are more jobs that will be coming up to replace these. And with the technological landscape set to become, unrecognizable actually over the next 13 years, many of the jobs in this list will also become, redefined as opposed to totally eradicated. So perhaps not, totally eradicated. Redefined sounds like a better idea. It sounds like a better plan. And, these skills can be transferable to other roles as well. And flexibility and a willingness to change careers and change jobs is a very, very important thing. And it will be an important attitude and attribute in the future. Because it's, if you want to be totally bulletproof from all the claws of progression, so to speak, futuristic authors and things like Martin Ford will recommend pursuing a career definitely in industries that require a creative and kind of interpersonal skill, such as art, science, and business, medicine. So far, computers, you can say, cannot replicate the true human nature and inspiration and intellect. So these occupations seem kind of safe for now, if we could say that. So is your job really safe from automation, or are you suddenly looking at a career change after this program? Well, I mean, although it's bad news, but it's a good thing in a way that, we bring things like this to the fore. You with Capital, and it's Inni, and the show is called All Things Considered. Coming up on the clock right now is 11:47, and we are still staying with cool music and wonderful music here. Coming up now is Usher. Let's see what we've got in that playlist box. Yeah, time for your gumboots. Inspirational story. We are going to be doing a short inspirational story today, but it says, don't insult the things you wish you could have had. And one afternoon, a fox was walking through the forest and spotted a bunch of grapes hanging from a lofty branch. And he said, just a thing to quench my thirst. And taking a couple of steps back, the fox jumped and just missed the hanging grapes by a tad. And the fox tried again, but still failed to reach the grapes. And finally giving up, the fox turned his nose up and said, well, they probably sour anyway, and walked away. And I think you remember probably listening to the story when you were little and your mommy advised you not to do that. But anyway, it's just bringing back a little bit of childhood there. Okay, and we've got Will I Am, I'll Like to Move It coming up now.
When you touch that way, I'll make you hug it all you got. catch me, come and catch me. I want you now. I know you can save me, come and save me. I need you now. I am yours forever, yes forever. I will follow any day, never gonna let go. I need you, gonna make it.
I need you.
I'm ready.
You gotta come back tomorrow.
You are the reason that I breathe. You are the reason that I still believe. You are my destiny. Take no, there is nothing that can stop us. Nothing can ever come between us. So come and dance with me. You and me, it's destiny.
Okay, and the time check is running into 11:55, which means that I am gonna have to be loving you and leaving you right now. And I am gonna be leaving you with some cool music that is on my playlist. And remember, I pick the playlist especially for you every single day, so there's no two ways about that. Because you are special and you guys are my inspiration. But the thought for the day, I want to leave you with two things because, Aristotle said that it is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. And Franklin D. Roosevelt kind of added to that and gave us the end of that when he said, when you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. Okay, and don't hang yourself in it. There you go. And I want to love you and leave you, as I said. And thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope that I have a date with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Please don't forget me because we are going to be on Capital Radio. And it is Ini with All Things Considered. It's a talk show where we would be talking about everything under the sun. And mind you, we have just the topic that you want to listen to tomorrow because we are going to be talking about the qualities of mature men and what they look for in a woman. And I'm sure that you want to hear all about that because if you are a mature man and you are definitely looking for a woman, then there you go. I'm going to give you a list of what you can look for in a woman tomorrow. And on Monday, I've got what women look for in a man. Okay, so if you're single and you want to be, don't want to be on the shelf anymore, let's put it that way, well, this is the show to be on. And I'm going to leave you with a loving song. Yes, How Deep Is Your Love by Calvin Harris. And take it away.
I want you to breathe me. Let me be your air. Let me roam your body freely. No inhibition, no fear. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? Pull me closer again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Open up my eyes and tell me who I am. Let me in on all your secrets. No inhibition, no sin. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love?
love? Can it go deep? So tell me how deep is your love? Can it go deeper? So tell me how deep is your love? Can it
How
go deep?
deep is your
So tell me how
love?
deep is your love? Can